Hi, I'm Pam Hiller, AccuQuilts cutting expert.
And I'm Erica Botker, AccuQuilts creativity expert.
All right, quilters, when traditional meets modern, beautiful and creative things happen. Look at this magnificent quilt using the Go Stars and Cross die. The Go Modern Star and Cross Wall Hanging is a free pattern at AccuQuilt.com.
That's right. So let's take a look at the die that it uses. Now this is the Star and Cross die. It's on a 6 by 24 inch die board, so it's going to fit through all of our Go cutters, including the Go Me. Now be sure you're also using a 6 by 24 inch cutting mat to go with it. This die has got 5 distinct shapes. Let's face it, they would be difficult to cut by hand. All of the shapes are screen printed with letters to help you keep track of your pieces, and they've all got these great specialized dog ears to help you put them all together. Now this block is going to finish at 10 inches.
It's fabulous. And look at the great value here, Erica. We have some half square triangles and some squares and some quarter square triangles. And then look at this great kind of arrow shape. I really like this.
And we've got chisels over here too. This is a great die.
So we have already subcut our fabric, and in this block, which we're going to show you right here, you need mirrored images.
Yes.
So you need a left and a right. So when you lay your fabric down on the die, you can fan fold over all of the shapes. So this is our center. Now, Erica, it's kind of tricky. It looks like you're going to make a 9 patch and then add the pieces around it. Nope, you just want to watch and see. And then here is our chisel shape.
Okay.
And then shape C here is our half square triangles that are going on the outside of those chisel shapes. And your pattern instructions will tell you how to subcut your fabric.
Absolutely.
Here is white over shape E, which is right here.
That's kind of that arrow shape.
Yep. And then these quarter square triangles here. And the reason we know they're quarter square triangles is how they sit in the block.
That's right.
So here's that lengthwise grain, and it's going to sit in the block so that the lengthwise grain is on the outside.
That's right.
All right, let's use a 6 by 24 mat, and let's cut some pieces.
I can do that. Here you go, ma'am.
Give a little love. We're going to slide that mat, don't lift. Oh, look at that. Good job.
Okay, let me put that over here.
Okay. All right. We'll pull off our little fabric here, and we'll be ready to go.
There we go.
All right, now Erica, this is, I don't know if our quilters know this, but the pattern instructions, the assembly instructions for the block are actually on the packaging.
You know, I was just going to say that because these are great directions, and as somebody who sometimes forgets to read her directions, I'm going to tell you, you really want to read these directions, but don't worry, they've got great illustrations that go with them too.
They do. So today we're going to kind of follow this pattern and the assembly instructions here and create the last 2 sections of our block.
Okay, so we're going to start with putting some B and C sections together, right?
Right. And since we've fan folded, look, we get a left and a right, which is important.
Yes.
Okay, so we need 2 of them, so we need 2 lefts and 2 rights. Okay, and then Erica, what's the shape that we have up here?
That's going to be our C.
All right, so I have 2 on this side. Erica, you want to put 2 on that side?
Absolutely. Here's 2 over here.
All righty. And so we're going to start, and then we'll sew these pieces together, and then I want you to press our seams open. There's going to be a lot of bulk in here.
Right.
So we just want our seams to be nice and flat. All right, so I'm going to start here.
Okay.
Excellent. All right, so now you can kind of see how we're building our block.
Right
here. And so now what we need to do is to this side, we're going to take some of our gray shape A's.
Okay.
We need 2 of those to sew there. And then what shape are we going to add here, Miss Erica?
Oh, that is going to be the D, the quarter square triangle.
Right, and look at this. Because we've sewn a 1/4 of an inch, when we lay it out here, look, it's going to match perfectly.
And again, your dog ears are going to match up too.
All right, my friend, there you go.
Okay, and I'm pressing all of these open, correct?
Yes. And then while you're doing that, I'm going to lay out the pieces for our center section.
Perfect.
And this is how you get this disappearing 9 patch, is that we're going to sew these little squares to the end and make one long big piece.
I love that.
So I'll let you press those open.
Okay.
And then I'm going to show everyone how we're going to lay out our sections.
Perfect.
Right here is this section of our quarter square. And then look how they're opposite, mirrored images. So I want to lay out my block like this, okay? Left and a right, just make sure, all right? And then I'm going to sew these 2 units together.
Okay.
Moment of truth.
There we go.
Pretty good there.
There we go. And again, we're going to press these open, correct?
We are. And then we're going to lay out the second half of our block and sew it together. And then we're going to add that sashing in the center.
Right in the corner. And
Yes.
then we'll finish off that 9 patch, excuse me,
There you go.
in the center with that
Yep.
white square.
So I'm going to sew these 2 together, Erica, and have you press it open, and then we'll finish out the other half of our block.
Great.
I think this is such a fun block. I really like this unique shape right here.
Well, and this is a great shape because it almost looks like it's on point when it's set flat.
Yes.
And you're going to get a very different look then when you do actually go ahead and set it on point, which I would encourage you to do also because it's beautiful both ways and you're going to get totally different looks.
So here it is on point.
There you go.
All right, so I'm going to start here on this end and work my way down, and then I'm going to add the other side and have Erica press it for us. As I was making my test block, Erica, I thought it would be really fun to maybe, instead of these 3 different colors, do like black and white.
Well, if you want to reimagine the colors in this pattern, be sure to check out Go Quilt. It's on AccuQuilt's website, and it's a free design tool. It's really cool. It'll allow you to change the colorway of hundreds of our patterns, including this one, so you can change it up. I love the idea of popping a bright color into that center of the block.
That little 9 patch. Okay, just for you, I'm going to pin right here.
I've never been so proud.
I know, because I really want to make sure that my 9 patch intersection lines up.
That's right.
Otherwise, it loses the effect.
Right.
I'm going to give it a little back stitch so our block stays together nice and tight. Okay, let's see how we did, and then I'll add the other side.
All right.
Oh, look at that.
That is fabulous.
The pinning helps.
The pinning does help.
So I'm going to do the same thing on this side. Make sure those seams line up. All right, Miss Erica, let's see how we did here.
All right. Oh, beautiful.
Isn't that great?
It is a stunning block.
It really is. And again, quilters, you want to take your time to make sure these sections meet up. Otherwise, you really do lose the effect of the block.
You do.
And then we would take our good iron and press it out.
That's right.
Now, once your block is complete, follow the pattern to create rows and borders for the quilt top. Then lay your batting between the quilt top and the backing. Pin or baste your layers together, quilt as desired, and finish with your favorite binding method.
Your quilt is sure to be the star of any show because at AccuQuilt, we help you cut time
So you can quilt more.